Greetings everybody, how are you doing? Lord Josh here once again, and I would like to talk about general creativity in editing and video making for YouTube and any other video sharing website. I also want to talk a little bit about what is currently popular and trending on this website right now, and what a lot of people gravitate to and why they actually do. A lot of you aren't familiar with the techniques, the manipulative psychological techniques of why you watch these viral hit videos. It's not because they're funny or entertaining. What attracts a crowd? A crowd. That's what attracts a crowd. And when you've got lots of people watching a video and you see 5 million views, 10 million views, most people, just out of reflex action, will click onto that video because they believe, well, how can 5 million, 10 million viewers be wrong? There must be something to it. Now, I would say don't have that mindset. There's a lot of people out there, like myself, who are even less popular than I am, that have tremendously creative content and wonderful ideas to share. So do not be a view snob. It's not a good attitude to have. But this is not going to be a video or a step-by-step tutorial on how to make YouTube content. I'm going to come to you now from the perspective of a creative madman, basically. And I'm not going to talk to you as a YouTuber because I'm not a YouTuber, first of all. I have no emotional connection to this site. I create videos and I would put them anywhere. It just so happens that YouTube is the best place for sharing it quality-wise. But the connection that I have, the emotion, always goes into my product, my end result, which is the finalized version of whatever I'm creating. Even if it's a poem or a picture. That's what I care about the most. So if you're coming onto this site and you're asking for advice, you're new here, people coming to me. You're not going to want to come to me for YouTube advice, because I'm going to give you probably nothing that would suit you. But if you want creative advice, then I am your man. So listen up. First things first, I see so many people on here, wimpish, whimsical attitudes, shy personalities. Wake up! Get out of your freaking comfort zone. For one, you've got to stop being so reserved. And you have to develop some kind of charisma and personality. And many of the people I've seen that are even skyrocketing to the top, super white hot popular, they still don't have the it factor. Now, are they paying for advertisements? Are they paying to get to the top for promotions? Maybe, I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I could, but I've never tried to do it. It doesn't interest me. But you'll see that, especially young people, you'll get a lot of young people coming onto the site and they look at what is successful and they try to emulate it. Let me tell you one of the greatest rules of being successful in any field, and that's deviating from the rules, first of all. You have to absolutely go way, way out there into a zone where people watching and looking at you say to themselves, I've never seen anything like this before. This is freaking crazy. This is so imaginative, and this is out there. That's what you need. And also, let's touch on editing, too. I see so many people using these awful templates. And it's okay, it's acceptable to use templates if they complement the project. But you want to make sure it's got your finesse. Editing has to flow. Has to be like a symphony. It has to be organic and natural. And it needs almost like a web. It's got to be a complete package. It's got to be beautiful and sublime. What I mean by that is when I see the editing that a lot of vloggers use, a lot of gamers, it's this obnoxious logos coming at the screen and they're undulating and they're glitching. I don't like that. When you're editing, you need to make sure that your product and your video has a presence to it that is instantly recognizable, even if people don't know that you've uploaded it. So take, for example, my padded cell intro. Now, yes, I'm in the intro. I'm in all of my intros mostly. But you still know that I've made it because my editing technique has a signature to it. It has a certain rhythm. And you know it's a Lamat 771 video or a Lord Josh video. You just know it. And I think a lot of people lack that instant, aha, I recognize that. When you see a Lexus now with the spindle grille coming down the street with the LED daytime running lights, you know it's a Lexus. You need to know what you're looking at instantly. Like, okay, I've been on this video for 5 seconds. I know this is a product by this person because it has a distinction of style to it. Same with the way that you dress. People come on this site, they look like shit. They don't look anything special whatsoever. Why are you on this site if you're going to dress like that? It's unacceptable. You're a human being. You're a powerful being. And you should project power and individuality and eccentricity. And if you're on here being boring and wimpish, I don't enjoy that one bit. And I don't appreciate people who are into a culture now, a movement of these everyday people, the everyman character, the average Joe. I am not interested in learning from the average Joe. I'm on here to discover extraordinary minds, brilliant minds. I want to see some freaking emotional, moving content. And I don't get that when I see a technology review of the latest iPhone. I don't feel compelled to it. It doesn't move my soul. And I love to be inspired. I'm not inspired easily from what I see on this site because everybody is imaginatively dead. Completely, utterly. When you look at one of my videos, take for example, go and watch the longer version of Padded Cell. There's a longer version on this channel. Just type it in, it'll come up. And you can see there's a very specific shot, and I love these shots. I call them the side-scrolling shots. And the camera pans across, travels across, and slowly it reveals all of these beautiful effects. They're all coming deep from my imagination. They're all coming from this wild and zany place. And it's in that place you find who you are. You have to go way out and be super experimental. Don't use the templates. Don't use the cookie-cutter formula that's been used before. And use a song that works for you. You know what? This is another thing that really pisses me off with the community as well. You cannot get paid if you use copyrighted videos most of the time. Now, that for me is a sacrifice I'll make. I really will. I want to use Padded Cell by Seal, a million different people living inside of me, because that is my freaking song. I love it. I identify with it so much. And I am not going to use some crappy, stock-free, royalty-free song that doesn't speak to my soul. And I think a lot of people out there, when they make YouTube videos, that you often hear repetition of the same song over and over again with different content creators. They all use the same music, these vloggers, the Casey Neistat kind of community. That content, and I'm going to say it right now, it's garbage. It's awful. How on earth this site is defined by these everyman characters? I don't get it. I really don't get it. You got one life, I think. I mean, there might be a spirit life after this, but you've got one body. You've got one chance as a human on this planet. Shine! Freaking shine bright. Why are you wasting your time trying to blend in with these cookie-cutter formulas? Yes, they might generate you some kind of monetary and viewership success in the early days, but after a while you'll look back and you'll see that you fit in with all of the others. And is that such a good thing if you think about it? A lot of people say, I want to be ranked among these great people. I want to be up there with the Casey Neistats. I don't. I really don't. I want to be so far away from that group in a totally different category, which I already am. Not because I try hard to do that, because I am naturally wired that way. So I say this, that if you want to be creative, It starts way before you make a YouTube channel. And if you get into the mindset that you want to make good YouTube videos, that's wrong. You get in the mindset that you want to make great imaginative projects. They're not tailor-made for YouTube. They're made for you and your mind. Your vision comes from here all the time, every step of the way. And you need to know that and to understand that it's okay to take these risks with the work that you're doing on this site. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of it. Especially young people who should have sharp minds and they should be experimental, daring to be different, and they're not doing it. They're not doing it one bit. Sad, actually. Sad to see. And I think what it is, it's the culture, too. You are condemned not to be different. I'm not going to say that. You're condemned if you're confident. If you have confidence and you have a style and an attitude and an aura about you, you know what you're capable of. You are sure of yourself. And in today's world, if you have that mentality that you have the leadership qualities about you, people instantly dismiss you as an arrogant, smug fool. And they'll lump you into a negative category because of that. It's wrong. So get out of your shell. I want to see what you can do. I want to see what you can create. And I just want it to be wild. Because I like wild people. I've got a couple wild buddies. And I love them. Because it brings color to the world. It really does. And like I said, you got one shot. Don't squander it. Do not squander it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Lord Josh. I'll see you soon.